So I wanted to give you the measurements on this Adamonda solar string lights that I recently purchased online. Now these are just little like fairy lights. These are going to have like 3 little batteries inside of there. But the main thing was I wanted to give you the measurements between each bulb and then also from the battery pack to the first light. So this is going to be from there to there. Total is only going to be right around like 4 or 5 inches, depending on if you go from here to there. Now the actual measurement between each of these bulbs on this fairy light, let me show you that next. So we're just going from there to there, and we're right around 4 inches or so on that. Then the last thing I want to do is give you the actual measurement, right? Just so you can know, okay, how much of this is actually usable. So I'm going to try and untwist this and unravel this without getting it bound up too badly. The problem with all these like wire fairy lights is that if you don't wind them up properly, it's really easy for you to snap that wire. So definitely something you want to be careful with when setting up, and then even when like taking down the wire. You just want to kind of go gently and slowly when you're pulling it apart, just so things don't get all twisted and knotted up, because that makes it really difficult to undo in the future. So you can kind of see even just this little tiny bit, it just gets kind of knotty around there. And then there we go. All right, so now we are all of the way undone. Now there are 20 inside of this pack. I'm just going to measure from the first bulb to the last bulb here. All right, so I'm holding it there. Gonna hold it there again. And we are hair over 6 foot, right? So it looks like 74, 75 inches. And again, that includes just from the first bulb. So it does not include the 5 inches that go from there. So definitely a good amount of length on here. So you got like, let's say 6 foot per, you got 20 of them. So you have enough for 120 feet long of this. So it definitely gives you a ton of options with these little fairy lights.